Okay, so we just saw the French Dispatch at. Wait, can I show it? Where is it?
Alamo
Oh,
Draft
it doesn't.
House.
Yeah, it's all lit up. It's okay at the Alamo Draft House right there in downtown Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. This cool view.
Beautiful view.
Yeah. Cool space.
A place I've actually put an offer on a condo and got rejected because I'm cheaper than everybody else.
Oh well, that's it. Neither that is here, but not there.
Yes.
French Dispatch. I was bored.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bored.
Okay.
I didn't want to be. The first third of it, I was all in.
Yes.
All in. And then midway through, which one? The Frances McDormand kid, like, bored.
I was bored too. Here's what I was going to say. So this is awesome that you feel, I mean, it's nice to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have to push you over that bridge. So I think Wes Anderson is in many respects a genius. Like visually.
Totally. Yeah. The style, great.
Yes. And the inventiveness and the quirkiness, I love all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie extended the a lot of people think Grand Budapest Hotel is his best. I think up until today, I thought that was his worst movie.
Got it.
Well, I couldn't even finish Bottle Rocket, so that would be his worst movie. But like, I think Royal Tenenbaums, Darjeeling Express, Rushmore and Moonrise Kingdom are fucking...
Love Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Brilliant movies.
Uh-huh.
This one extended what I didn't like about Grand Budapest Hotel, but it really distilled the wrong elements of what he is, right? This movie was all artifice.
All stuff, yep.
And what made those movies I like great is the artifice is there, but it serves heart. There's tremendous heart in those other movies.
Yes. Moonrise Kingdom, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but there's also that story. It was all words. There's so much words.
It was all description. Almost the entire damn movie was description.
It's supposed to be like newspaper, so sure, write it that way, but God, it was so boring.
It was really boring. I found myself lost in like the quick blasts of descriptions of stuff, and I suddenly was like, well, how did he let that kid get kidnapped? Why? I guess I don't really care.
Right.
Why that
what's
led
the
to
point?
the kid.
I loved the Benicio del Toro story.
That was the best
I loved
one.
It was so great.
That was the best
one.
one.
And it was not as long as the next two that followed, I started looking at the page numbers, where you're like, oh shit, this is going to be a long one, because like, give me a break. Oh, good. The Frances McDormand, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
Boy,
it didn't even... That entire story didn't even make sense to me.
It didn't make sense, and you don't care about any of it. There's no reason to care.
No, I didn't care about anybody.
Which led you to the next the last story. What's the actor's name? I can't even remember.
The last one?
Yeah.
James. Was it?
It's terrible.
Oh, his name. Well, he's the guy from Westworld.
Westworld. Like that had a good start to it, but I was already so bored from the previous one that I didn't even invest.
So we saw this at Alamo Draft House, and they give you your bill like, I couldn't remember, it was 45 minutes or 15 minutes before the end of the movie, and I was hoping it was 15.
Please, is this done yet? Ugh.
Yeah, that final story didn't make sense, and even when the cook gave this speech at the end, I like, okay, this is important, and then I zoned down to like the last sentence, and then Bill Murray's character is like,
don't cook.
That's the most important thing in this whole story, and I'm like,
what?
Wow, it shouldn't have been the very last thing said, because I was done.
Yeah. If it was just like the Tilda Swinton, Benicio del Toro, like that whole thing was fascinating and great and done well, and the story was interesting. Everything else was not. Is the opposite.
Right.
Like, it looked. I loved. You could tell that they tried to, probably knew for some reason that they needed to bump it up somehow. So the animation in the last story, like when they started to animate the chase, like, oh, it's something different. Even though Wes Anderson does use animation, stop motion animation and stuff, so he has used different styles. So like that does change it, and it makes a little more. You're like, oh, something fun to watch for 5 seconds, and then back to boring town.
I also, I mean, everyone knows his style, and I was thinking that some people are turned off. They're like, it's always the same Wes Anderson thing, but I'm like, that's okay because he's the only person who does this,
totally,
and he's not doing it every single day,
right? Yeah,
but I became so aware, and this is what I hated about Grand Budapest Hotel. I was so aware of his style. He was like enamored with himself in Grand Budapest in a way that really bugged me. It's like it was a bunch of close-up shots of the famous people he always used. It was just more like, look at all the people I can get to do my movies.
All my pals.
Right?
Pals. Yeah.
And this movie, while he has that, he has people, he go-to people, and that's fine in general. I was even more aware of how much he was just like spewing his witticism.
Yep. All the dialogue. It's so heavy-handed, just written.
And it became a pattern.
Big
like,
words.
I think I could write that script because I started to notice the formula of it.
Sure, yeah. Yep.
And that's disturbing.
Mm-hmm. But it was definitely like you do, because
it was like a Mad Lib, like a Wes Anderson Mad Lib.
There's not enough to pay attention to otherwise. You're not invested in it. So yeah, you're just listening to the word, and it feels like the same thing, the same patterns over and over. So yeah,
yes,
you do
the
recognize
whole movie was description. It was constantly introducing characters, constantly introducing ideas, and one of his patterns is, there's a verbal pattern of short staccato sentences that put out details, but the thing that's supposed to be witty is like, it's like, here's a person, here's a quality of this person, here's another quality. This person has a wooden hand that they lost their real hand in the war, but not because of war, because they were in the soup kitchen, they burned it, right? Like that's what he does.
Yes. So you see it when it
and I'm like, I just improvised that, and he would probably write that tomorrow.
Yep, right. That's part of the script.
Yes.
Yeah. One thing that I did enjoy was the style of subtitles. The way they didn't just fall the same way. So that was cool. That was a cool style.
The subtitles moved in different directions.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely appreciated that. I noticed that as well. Man, you and I are on the same wavelength on this one.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Actually, we're 3 for 3, but we haven't seen a movie we like yet.
Right. I know. Yeah. I wanted to enjoy this one. I had a feeling like it wouldn't be as good because of just the premise of it being many, not just a single story, but a lot of different stories, and unfortunately, it's too much.
I was thinking about that too. Like I'm not necessarily a fan of like these triptychs or whatever you want to call them. Right. Yeah. Sometimes they work, but you're starting over all the time, and I go, why make me start over 4 times in one film?
Yeah. It's too much.
Okay.
Too much. Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna watch the Benicio del Toro one, that's a good one.
Yeah, and to I would go see another Wes Anderson movie in a heartbeat.
Definitely.
Like, he is a genius.
Yeah, style. It looks cool. This movie definitely looks cool.
Yeah.
But so much of it, you can only take so much.
My shoulders can only take so much.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna call this one shorter.
Yep.
Okay.
So boring. Boring dispatch.
That's what we should just not look for movies. We should only see boring movies because we're bored. In Cry Macho.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
I was bored in Halloween.
Oh yeah, that was dumb. Okay.
All right.